Hey everybody, Craig Valine. If you're just joining us, I'm with my friend today, special guest Dan Kimbell, who's a 30-year veteran IP attorney. And Dan, I want to ask you, why should inventors or entrepreneurs consider patenting their invention?
Oh, that's a great question. There's many reasons. Let me just reel off some of them for you. The first reason is that it is the only way to get legal protection for your invention. You don't get legal protection on your invention if you don't patent it. So it's very important. And getting legal protection on a patent gives you some important exclusionary rights. It gives you a right to exclude others from making, using, selling, importing, and distributing the invention that's covered by the patent. And again, if you don't have a patent, you don't have those rights. So let's say you invent something, you go to your local manufacturer, you ask them to make it for you. Without a patent, they could turn around and probably just steal your invention. Maybe if you had a contract, you'd have a legal basis, but if you didn't have a contract, they could just take it from you. So that's a great reason to provide you a legal recourse. Now, of course, litigation is expensive, but at least you have that right. Without the patent, you don't even have a right. You don't even get to go to court. It also provides evidence of ownership of the invention. So, if you get a patent, your name's on it, it's evidence that you're the inventor. And again, without this patent, you have no recourse if your invention is stolen. There's another good reason to have a patent or patents is it can increase the value of your business. It provides a legal monopoly. It's a limited monopoly for 20 years from the date of filing, but it provides a legal monopoly where you can again stop others from competing with you. So in that respect, you can keep competitors at bay. It gives you the power to price a little better. Sometimes patented inventions sell for more because they're covered by patents. It can increase your revenue. It can help attract investors, partners, and potential buyers who see the patented technology as a benefit. There's a third reason. It can help entrepreneurs secure funding and investment and also attract partners and collaborators. So, we all like to think about the rugged individual doing it on his or her own. But the reality is it's hard to do things on your own. It really helps to have a friend and collaborators. So patents help attract collaborators and investors because all this takes money. So you need money one way or another. So patents can help attract money. Let's see, there's a fourth reason, licensing and revenue possibilities. So if you have a patent, it's something you can actually license. So maybe you're in one narrow business, but the patent may apply to other areas. Let's say you have patents for treating cloth and maybe waterproof it, and you're a manufacturer. Well, you're not going to be able to waterproof all the cloth and all kinds of cloth everywhere in the world, right? But if you have the patent, you can license it to others so they can do it. So really, it expands your reach. And again, you can get some pretty serious licensing revenue. And I've worked with many inventors who've done quite well in the licensing area.
Yeah, now, I have a question. Are there any drawbacks to pursuing patents?
There are. Not everything's 100%. First of all, getting a patent can be quite costly, and it can be time consuming, and it will take some of your efforts. So costly, well, that depends. It's a horrible phrase. It depends, but it's true. Depends on the complexity of the invention, what the field of the invention is. It can cost anywhere from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands of dollars to get and obtain a patent. And enforcing patents can cost a lot more. Another drawback to patents is some things aren't patentable. I mean, maybe they're not new enough, maybe they're obvious, so maybe it's not patentable. There's certain industries where there's too many players. In fact, the competitors have locked up a lot of the patents. So it's very hard to invent in certain fields. I had an inventor years ago who was very creative. He invented new kinds of imaging agents for MRI, magnetic resonance imaging. Problem was that a big competitor had locked up very broad patent protection. So this small inventor in Utah couldn't really do anything. So after getting some patents, we kind of decided, like, it's just not worth it. You're not going to make it go at it. So even though you could maybe get patents, it's not worth it. Third, patents, like I said earlier, grant a limited monopoly for a certain number of years. For utility patents, it's 20 years from the date of filing. So if it takes 30 years to prosecute a patent to get it to issuance, you basically have 17 years on the patent. Design patents are good for 14 years from the date of issuance. So after that, it's public domain. So certain things can actually be better if you keep them as trade secrets. So trade secrets are something that it's valuable because it's not generally known or known by your competitors or others. So certain things are too hard to figure out. In those cases, sometimes it's better to keep it a secret. We all know about the secret formula for Coca-Cola and KFC or Colonel Sanders chicken recipe. God knows if it really is secret or not, but that's kind of part of the cachet, right? So the upside of it is sometimes it's better to keep an invention as a trade secret rather than to try to patent it.